ride company out here packing up all their stuff. It's time to say goodbye to the Bristol Motor Speedway. I got kicked out of the Walmart parking lot last night. Once there lived a sensitive soul just outside of Atlanta. He had a good job and a kind of big apartment, but his crusty co-workers didn't understand his geeky ways. They laughed and started rumors and called him gay. His rent kept going up and his spirits kept going down. So one day he packed up his apartment and threw it into storage. He hit the open road and became a traveling caricaturist. Now he lives in a camper and travels all the time. He works at fairs and festivals, and for the price of a single click, you can join the ride. Hello everyone, today is Monday, January the 8th, 2017, and I'm back out here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, ready to break down, get everything packed up, and head off to the next show. Here's what the infield looks like now with the ride company out here packing up all their stuff. The food vendors, though, doesn't look like they've touched it. They're taking a little bit of a break, which after 51 days they kind of deserve it. I always get a sense of melancholy after a big colorful show like this is broke down and you can see its pieces strewn out over a parking lot. It's kind of like seeing an empty apartment packed up that you've lived in for years, and your voice is echoing in the corners and you're leaving. Alright, here we go. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. It looks exactly the same. Huh. Well, looks like the inside vendors are taking a few days off too. I know I'm gonna sound like an old fart when I say this, but it really does feel like just yesterday I was setting all this up. Now it's time to go rip it all apart, throw it in the back of the truck. And just like that, we're all packed up and ready to go. Only took about 3 hours. A little better than those 3 days it took me to get set up. Anyway, it's time to say goodbye to the Bristol Motor Speedway. Until next year, that's if I come back again next year. But let's just be honest, I'm probably going to be back again next year. As much as they keep raising my rates and cutting my hours, it's so convenient to be right here with family during the holidays. I will probably do it again. Now let's just hope they haven't locked the gate on me. That actually happened last year. Alright, success! The gate is unlocked. And just like that, we smash cut to Tuesday, January the 9th, 2018. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and I am finally hooked up and ready to go. The first leg of this trip is going to be to the Atlanta area, and then I'm going to spend the night out there, and then the next day I'm going to finish my trip all the way down to Florida. How about you, Loki? Are you ready for this next trip? You ready for this? Are you ready for this? I'm going to be driving until about 1 o'clock in the morning tonight. Get as close to the Atlanta area as possible, and then stop at a Walmart. Tomorrow morning, I've got to run by the Union Hall, which is in like the downtown Atlanta area, to make sure everything's copacetic with those guys, and before I head off to Florida. So that means I've got to tow this heavy camper through the Atlanta area, and as much of a time crunch as I'm in, that's the thing that's stressing me out the most. And just like that, I'm just outside of Atlanta. Took till about 2:30 in the morning. I'm here now, boondocking at the Walmart, primed up and ready to hit the road. I'm on a positive note. Hello, Loki. On a positive note, my system of using these camping straps to attach everything to the shelves worked perfectly. Nothing slid off. All the game systems and everything are still in place. Nothing fell off. Nothing broken. So that's a success. First test run of the new camper system. Total success. Well, hello and good Wednesday morning, everyone. Today is January the 10th, 2018, and as you can see, I am no longer at the Walmart. I'm at a family member's house that allows me to dock up out in their backyard from time to time. I got kicked out of the Walmart parking lot last night. And let me give you the story because I did learn a few things. First off, when I went to go park, I drove in and amongst the 18-wheelers, and there was a lot of them out there. I found a spot right up against the side of the parking lot, and then I got inside the camper, got my generator out, set it out here, and then went in to go bed down. Then the generator cut off because it turns out I had forgotten to refuel it since the last time I boondocked. So I had to get back out, and I was going to put it back in the camper, drive over to a nearby gas station, refuel, and then come back. And during all that, it caused me to do a lot of movement, a lot of walking around, opening the back doors, rearranging things, getting out the cord, getting the generator out, putting it back up, a lot of movement. And during that time, the security guard comes rolling up with yellow lights flashing and proceeds to inform me that Walmart does not allow overnight parking, sleeping in your vehicles, or RVs, which I know must have been a policy to that Walmart, because some Walmarts do have a policy like this. I think it's up to the store owners or the store managers to do this if they want. But she tells me that Walmart doesn't allow this, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure that most Walmarts do. She said, well, and then she starts babbling on about the difference between franchise and privately owned, or something along those lines. And then I asked her, what about all these 18-wheelers out here? And she says, well, I'm not sure exactly the policy on them, but they're probably going to wake up to the DOT or something. Which I'm thinking to myself, does she really think the Department of Transportation has enforcing officers that are going to come to a Walmart parking lot and reprimand truck drivers for parking there overnight? Are they really going to waste their time doing this? No, they're not. And when she first drove up, she even asked me, is that considered a RV? And which kind of made me wonder about her intelligence a little bit, because as a parking lot security guard, you should be able to know what a utility trailer is on site. And she had to ask me what it was. And also, I noticed that when she came up to talk to me, she rolled right past a minivan that was backed into a side parking spot with somebody obviously in it sleeping. She did not get out and go knock on that door. And as I was leaving, I rolled past another car that was backed into a side parking spot. Same thing. So what I learned from this was that security guards, parking lot security guards, are kind of like T-Rexes. They're attracted to movement. If I had rolled in there and just gotten into my camper and everything had been quiet, no generator, nothing, I probably would have been fine. But because there was so much rearranging, opening doors, moving around, it attracted her attention, and she zeroed in on me. I probably would have been fine if I had just been quiet. So keep that in mind. And also, to the Walmart over on Thornton Road off of I-20, you guys should probably be considering hiring some parking lot security that's a little more intelligent. Just saying. Well, I'm outside the Union Hall now. Just went in and signed the book so that I can make sure and keep my spot on the out of work list. And so I've made it all the way into the Atlanta area, towing the camper, no incidents yet. Couple of close calls. Just got to make it back out of the city now. Here we go. Well, it's a little bit after 11 o'clock, and I'm here. I'm in Florida. First thing I did after I got hooked up was I turned on the air conditioner. Whew, it feels good to be in a place where the air conditioner is needed again. In January. Woo! I'm going to go ahead and take a walk around and let you guys get a look at my location. Alright, this is where the crew is staying right here in this big camper. And I am docked up to them. And as far as the fairground knows, this is their stock trailer. Don't say anything. Alright, I'm going to go take a little bit of a walk around the fair area. This will be my third time doing this fair. This is one of our booths that we're going to be working at here. And it's right next to Spaghetti Eddie's. I don't know what these guys do differently with their spaghetti dinners, but I love them, and I end up eating them at least 3 or 4 times during the weeks that I'm here. the strawberry shortcake booth. Now this is a good example of a very simple dish that is done really well and done very efficiently. This huge booth is dedicated to nothing but 3 ingredients, and they get a line going and they dish it out all day long. I'm sure they probably bring in a few $1,000s, and yeah, I end up shoveling a few dishes of it into my face while I'm here. And as much as I'm talking about it, believe it or not, there is more than just food at this fair. It's one of my favorites though. Love this. Well, that is quite enough for one vlog. You guys have seen it all now. Y'all saw the whole breakdown in Bristol, and then the load up, hitch up to go down to Georgia and get kicked out of a Walmart parking lot, and then the next day drive another full day's worth down to Florida to the land of gray dirt, palm trees, and Spanish moss to get docked up out here at this fair. But real quick, before I let you go, this show does not start. This is my 3rd year out here. This show does not start until 5 o'clock in the afternoon on weekdays, and I've done it long enough to know the fun things to do locally around here. So you guys are not just going to see fair stuff for the next few days. I'm also going to be going to the beach. There's a marine museum that I really like to go to, and so we're going to have some fun. So stay tuned for that. I love you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you hadn't already, hit the bell icon, leave comments, leave questions, leave suggestions, and I will see you again in the next one.